What's up, guys? Time to show off a cool Kraken build. I have not got to do orange in a minute, and it's actually one of my favorite ones to do. So, a couple cool things with this one. We were able to figure out the temperature of the laser to get us more of an orange on the lasering the bezel insert and on the dial. So straight on, you can tell it's kind of orange, but you can really get that pop when you bounce some light off of it. It's got a brush case, a polished shark tooth bezel. You've got that lasered insert to match the dial. I backside loomed it. A set of Vostok 24 hands. Kraken engraved crown. You have lug extensions here because these are thick straps. When you put them up in here, they rub quite a bit. And see that your dimple here on either side? That's for the caseback. They basically go down in that, and everything is rubbing except for that. So then it looks like that's the oddball part. It looks like that's the problem because you have this nice area that's not being rubbed. So these extensions, I can smash everything inside here, and it makes it move quite easily. So whenever these are up in there, these kind of come straight out, and there's not a lot of like pliability. Like they'll turn, but they would kind of turn like that. You know, they would kind of stay rigid inside there. So they're on quick disconnects, so you can take them off if you want. That's entirely up to you. Then you've got a bead blasted and Kraken engraved caseback, signed rotor inside there. This is an automatic mechanical. You just can't see your rotor in there. And then this is on one of my original. I have two of these left, and this was being one of those two. Kraken engraved leather straps with orange stitch. They don't have a preview buckle. I don't know what this is. Just like a standard buckle, standard size holes. But that's this build. This dial and insert cost me a little bit more. These take a lot longer to do. But they give you super unique, you know, we've got some kind of like pinkish, reddish, I guess it'd be more purplish hues inside there too. So just the way they come out is super cool. You're always going to get something a little bit different. So yeah, there is the build. Bezel on this will turn left, it'll turn right. I'm actually going to try and put this bezel on here a little bit tighter. The tension rings that I get now are a 0.05 millimeter thinner, and it makes them not as tight as I like them, so I might swap it over to a thicker brass one and then trim it down some, because I like these just a little bit tighter than what they are. But tension ring bezel, it'll go left, it'll go right. Just head on with the tension ring. I just like to make them a little bit tighter to where it's a little bit tougher to move that, unless you really want it to move. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, wear it, put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wear it. If you wind it just a little bit, how you do that is you back the crown off the threads and so you hear it and feel it clicking. At that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn this way. You can turn it back towards you, it doesn't do any winding, but it's a lot easier to keep your finger spacing and just go back and forth. You can do this if you want. I just start threading it at some point, so I'm already feeling out I'm on there. So I just go back and forth, because even if you start winding it on, you'll back it right back off, and you'll know to pull back just a little bit further to not put it back on there. So 4 or 5 seconds of this before you put it on. That mixed with the rotor movement will keep your time throughout the day. If you're going to be driving or at a desk all day, just wind it a little bit longer. If you go 15-20 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 plus hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you're happy with your winding, you're going to pull it to the one and only click. You'll notice you've got a wobble crown. That deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So when you're pushing and prying on it, you're not putting any adverse pressure, and the keyless works or the movement. Set your time. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 1:37 p.m.
1:37. That's about right there. Push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. As with every build, you're going to get matching beads, entirely up to you how cool you are. Man, this sun is literally like right in my face. I couldn't see even my screen for a minute because it is just so right there. Going to come in an orange Kraken box. So it'll come with watch cleaners. This is good on all glass and metal parts. So everything here in the center, along with the microfiber. Non-streaky, non-toxic, non-residue. It's going to come with some leather conditioner to keep this strap perfectly soft. If you ever feel that it's not, apply it on the front and back using like a rag of some sort. Don't use one of your microfibers. Let it soak in, remove any excess, and it will be nice and pliable. Like I normally would put it on there and like form it the way I would normally wear it, and then kind of put it on there a little thick, and then or you can just sit there and work it back and forth and just kind of like work it in there. It's not required, but and then lastly, you're going to get some fine scratch remover in a matching microfiber to match the color. That's for your acrylic glass because you can scratch it, but if you do, no big deal. Put a tiny bit of this on it. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. It's like Polywatch. Put it on there and buff it out using your included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, just go left and right with it, filling that scratch. Haze it and then buff it out. Look at it, see if it's still there. If it is, wait a little bit, let that solidify, and come back. If you approach it again, you're just going to take out what you just put in there. So you're going to kind of try and build that scratch back up. But you should be able to get it buffed out. So that is the build. If it's going to you, congrats. I might make this a mystery build, so I'm not sure that I'm going to post this on there. It's a color I don't do very often, and it's a dial that isn't just like one of my run-of-the-mill dials. So might go in there as a mystery build. It's not Cerakoted, but the extra cost in doing that dial and insert rival the additional cost it takes in lasering to Cerakoting a case, bezel, clasp, or SS band. So yeah, so that might be a mystery build, and someone will be pretty excited with it. It really has a good pop to it. As you can see, just kind of looks dark, which is kind of cool when it really does pop. So like I said, it's going to you. Congrats. Thank you so much for your support. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. If you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.